here day two at JEC World 2026. Very happy to have Lyndon Smith, President of Americas and Global Fibers at Hexcel. Hexcel is one of the world's leading suppliers of advanced composite materials, providing carbon fiber and prepregs used in many of today's most advanced aircraft and aerospace structures. So, Lyndon, thank you for joining me.
Great pleasure to be here.
Good to see you. Good to see you. First of all, how's the traffic been? How's the show been? What's your impression so far, day two?
JEC never fails to amaze me how busy the show is.
Yeah.
It's with existing customers, prospective customers, and then just walkways.
Yeah.
And this year hasn't disappointed at all.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some great interactions with our large customers, our large OEMs, a lot of folks that are in startup companies, as well as partners as well in the chemicals industry. So
Sure.
It's been a great day so far.
That's fantastic.
Yesterday was just as busy.
I walked by your location yesterday. I didn't get a chance to this morning, but really impressive setup over there.
Yeah.
So
I think we got one of the most inviting show booths actually in the facility. So and it's always busy. So
I'm going to go by there and have a drink. Do you have a drink?
we have a few. So come on by.
One thing that in studying Hexcel, you talk about culture, and this is one of the things that stands out to me. It says culture is grounded in you have four values that define who you are. There's three things, or there's four things, and it says in how you work with one another, how you engage with your customers and suppliers, and then lastly, I thought is interesting is how we show up in the communities where we operate. Talk about that.
So important to us. I have the responsibility for 8 manufacturing assets in the U.S. From the Northwest down to Texas, all the way over to Pottsville in Pennsylvania. And our largest facility is in Salt Lake City. We have a responsibility in Hexcel to make sure that we provide a safe, inviting, and encompassing environment in our factories and in our facilities. People should have the right to come to work and leave as well as they were when they arrived. So safety is paramount.
Right.
But I think we also play an important part in the surrounding environment as well. So we participate heavily with our local community colleges. We do so with the towns and the townships that we're in.
Sure.
I have the pleasure of sitting on a couple of boards that support the governor's office in Utah. Another example of, I think, the responsibility Hexcel has to stretch out its influence and also be a good neighbor to everyone in the area.
Yeah, that's so important. So I would love to hear your background too. You've got a lot of experience in this industry.
I've had the pleasure of working in the aerospace industry all of my career, from starting in the UK to emigrating for a 3-year experiment when I was in my 20s. And that was nearly 40 years ago now.
Okay.
So it's been a wonderful run.
Yeah.
I love the aerospace industry. It becomes part of your being.
Absolutely. And that's a big part of who you are as a company in serving your customers. This is a good time right now for you all. I would say the business is good in this industry.
It always used to be back in the 70s and 80s that they were cyclical. Commercial was up, space and defense was down, and then the opposite happened.
Yeah.
I think what we find ourselves now in a very unique situation. Commercial aerospace is rebounding. The energy level that we see in commercial aerospace with some of our primes and some of our OEMs, the energy level is high.
Yeah.
People are excited. The build rate is coming back. Space and defense has been strong for many years, and it continues to be strong.
Yeah.
Being a company that's so involved in lightweighting, propelling the future through lightweighting, we have a unique position to be one of the largest and most successful companies in the aerospace environment, really leading materials technology.
Yeah. Sustainability is, that's becoming a major focus in many industries, including aerospace. What are some innovations around that are happening around lower carbon fiber production, recycling, and circularity in composites?
That's a really good question. And I think we can approach that from a number of angles. Obviously, as a supplier, it's our responsibility as a materials producer to produce those materials as efficiently as we can. We use best available technology in every part of our processes to make sure that we're optimizing the output of our manufacturing plants. I think when you look at it from a bigger standpoint, however, I think you look at our customers, the OEMs, the Boeings, the Airbuses, and so on, and what their value proposition is fuel consumption,
Yeah.
reduction of fuel.
Yeah.
Lightweighting is the solution to that problem.
Yeah.
The more you can put in payload and the more you can put in efficiency of transporting customers, and the less fuel you burn as a result through lightweighting design,
Sure.
through lightweighting implementation, makes the airplane more efficient and makes the whole experience better. So I think we have that responsibility in our manufacturing plants, but it extends dramatically
Right.
through the supply chain and our
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah. So there's two aircraft over the last 2 decades. We've seen aircraft like it's 787, the A350, increase composite content. Where do you see the next wave of material innovation coming from, whether it's new fibers, new resin systems, or new processes?
Again, I think a very smart thought. These, you go back and you look at 87, you look at 350, they were composite aircraft greater than 50% content in composite structural content.
Yeah.
And for all those reasons of efficiency and lightweighting. But essentially, they were singular type materials for a composite primary structure. I think the OEMs are now starting to think through fitness for purpose. So I think we're going to see different carbon fiber composite solutions for different parts of the airplane.
Sure.
You think of an upper wing is primarily in compression. So if we can develop a fiber resin surface that operates best in compression, that's the material to use. The underside of a wing is in tension.
Right.
So you need a different type of material. It's still composite. It's still producing tremendous benefits over metal, but it's being made for the purpose of that application.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see more specificity going forward. I think at the end of the day, there's still some big decisions whether or not the fuselage will go into composites. We think it will.
Yeah.
Or stay metal and single aisle. But we think composites has a value proposition that makes
Absolutely.
a lot of sense.
Yeah. One of the things we've had several companies on the show the last couple of days involved in AFP application. How does that automated layup process, I guess my question is, how does that change the way you look at the way you supply materials to these companies or to companies that are adopting this process?
AFP is a critical part of the manufacturing process.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, it comes down to how much composite materials can you produce in a given period of time.
Sure.
So where is the limitation factor? It's lay down rates. It's
Right.
how many kilos of composites can you produce an hour?
Yeah.
And if you're going to produce more and more, do those all have to go through an autoclave? Where's the pinch point in the process? So our job as a material supplier, as we produce next generation fibers, next generation resin chemistries, is to think about those questions. Is it an AFP process? Is it a resin infusion process? Is it an in autoclave or out of autoclave process? Every one of those pieces come together based on the fabrication of our customers, and we have to provide the right material solution to meet those needs. It's all about rates, particularly as we get single aisles going to more and more composites. 50+% composite content on a single aisle airplane at rates of 75 plus per month means processes have to change, and we have to change ahead to ensure the industry's ready.
Lyndon, it's a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Yeah.